I want to know who I really am at my core, and I only care about the truth. When I look at my physical self, I learn that every cell in my body changes over time. This baby I used to be has nothing to do with my current grown-up self. It's a completely different thing. I am like a river or a rainbow. All my particles, my shape, size and patterns are constantly changing, but still I am somewhat recognizable. One thing is clear, for a river to be a river, it needs the whole universe to be exactly as it is. It needs the gravitational pull of the earth to flow downwards. The water needs the correct temperature to be in a liquid form. It needs the continuous weather cycle to feed it into existence. It is not separate from everything else. It is the universe rivering. In the same way, we need to breathe in oxygen 16 times a minute to exist. The temperature has to be just right for us to be alive. The universe is humaning us, yet we falsely view ourselves as individual beings separate from the outside world. What a mistake. While I'm alive, all of my cells continuously die and new cells born every single day. My body is forever dying and reborn while constantly changing in the process without fundamentally changing my core being. How can I be something that changes all the time when I feel constant? In what sense I am my body if my body doesn't end at the skin? I'm not more my body than the water I need to drink to be alive, or the food I need to eat and the air I need to breathe in. I am everything, but if I'm not really my body, then who is this I am referring to when I talk about myself? When I'm asked, who are you? I would say things like, I'm Christian, I'm 39-year-old, I like these things and I do that for a living. But can you see how these are only concepts? These aren't really me. In fact, very much like my physical body, my occupation, my likes and dislikes, my ideas and my thoughts are constantly changing. It's clear that the concepts of who we are can never even come close to describing who we are. Not to mention that these ideas find their way into our minds came from other people. If I take an even closer look at how my thinking works, I find that I don't have any control over my thoughts. They come and go as they please, yet my well-being is dependent on these thoughts because I feel them. I'm in the prison of my thoughts, but only until I realized that our default existence, being under the spell of thoughts, can be broken. These shapeshifter voices in my head work almost like a broken radio station. It has something to say about everything based on very little information, but just because it's in my head and it sounds familiar, it doesn't mean it's me who is talking. In fact, it is more like a parasite that can ruin our adulthood if we're not careful. Thinking overrides our reality and makes us dream or experience. We stop experiencing the real world and forever get lost in our heads. My radio station thinks this is what the Buddha was talking about when he said life is suffering. Can you imagine how happy our life could be if we could actually control our thoughts? I would just stop thinking before a job interview, no more stress. And I would stop thinking before I go to bed so I could have the best sleep every night. Or I would only think happy thoughts and I could be happy for the rest of my life. Wow, it would be so cool. Who am I behind these concepts of myself, behind the physical body? Is there anything in my being that is not subject to these changes? Wait a second, is this too spiritual for you? The scientific story is that the universe created the earth and the earth started growing life, which turned into humans. Logically, that means that we are the vessel through which the universe has become conscious of itself, isn't it? We are the universe awakening to its own existence. The same thing that is looking through your eyes looks through mine, only our physical form and our ideas differ, but those are not who we really are. Do you recognize yourself as this ever-present, never-changing being that looks through your eyes, feels all the sensations and emotions, hears the sounds and your thoughts? The most accurate way I can describe who I am is, I am not only my physical body. My thoughts aren't mine any more than yours, and my being, in which everything exists, is shared with all beings. I am impersonal, ever-present, all-accepting, all-inclusive, eternal. Peace.